What's going on, guys? We are back in the lab today. We are going to be doing tri-stage paint. So we have a Cadillac here that is pearl white, 3-stage. You know, white base coat, then your pearl top coat, then your clear coat. So we have a bumper here that is red that we have got ready. So we are going to have to spray white sealer on this also. And then I have covered the hood. So we have some spots here, like here. There's a couple spots we got a spot seal. But I've done the plastic on there, so that way whenever I spray this, the overspray doesn't land on our hood and then give us a rough texture when it dries. So I just covered that for now until the bumper is actually sealed. Then we'll take the plastic off, spot seal those. Now we have the fenders also that we got to blend into. So I covered those up, so while we're spraying the hood with the white paint, then we'll peel that off, do the tops, and then blend into the tops of it. I'll show you as we go along, but just want to show you how to do tri-stage paint. I mean, it's not an easy process. It definitely is something you need to pay attention to details on. The more coats of top coat you put on, the darker the color gets. You need to have a really good match to begin with, so it's not an easy color to actually blend. But we're going to get into that today and show you the details of it, and let's get to it. What's up, everybody? So we did the drawing today, and KR2513, you are the winner. So congratulations. You need to send me an email with your information. You know, we'll get your address and everything, get it sent to you, whatever and whatnot. But congratulations, man. That's one of, I don't know how many guns it's going to be. So finish this video, make sure you smash the like button. That way it helps out and gets this video sent out to more people, so that way we can do bigger drawings and better things in the future. Appreciate your entries, everybody. Appreciate all the comments and all the love. Now let's roll it. All right, guys, so we got our sealer. We're gonna start sealing this bumper. Now this is a 2K sealer. It does have a hardener in it. I did put about 10% reducer in it, so that way it flows out a little bit better. All right, so we got that sealed. Now the reason you're using sealer, one of the reasons we're using white is because the color is white. So the transition after you paint it, there's not a different shade to it, something like that. It's easier color, so you're not using as much paint. So now that we got that done, we'll go over to the hood and start spot sealing those spots. All right, so remember we stuck plastic on here. Now, take this off. Now, we've done wax and grease, remove this hood, tacked it, and everything else to it. So we've got a couple spots here. This spot here. Just going to hit that. And then that's about it. So that way all the oversprays all over our hood. We'll let that dry up, then we'll come back and we'll start spraying our base coat. And then I'll show you why the fenders are taped up after that. All right, guys, so everything's flashed off. We got our base coat in here, so we're gonna start getting the coat on here, start getting it on the hood, get everything going. Let's get it spraying. got that sprayed. We'll get over here to the fender. All right, so we took our sealer and we sprayed about one pass right there at the bottom of the fender. Now we did that so that when we paint the bumper, the paint is going over the same color that's on there, so it will blend into the fender, so that way the bumper matches. The thing about bumpers is the plastic in them, they absorb materials differently. So a lot of times the paint does not match on a bumper, but we do want it to match since the existing one did match. So now what we'll do, we'll put a coat over the hood and everything. Now I had the paper here, but I forgot that I had to tape off this pinstripe. They didn't want to take off the pinstripe and just paint it on. So we'll cover this, and then you want to just lightly get your white on the top of here. You want to blend right into the top of it. You don't want to go back real far. You don't want to go down the fender. You want to try and keep as much as the original color as you can back there. So let's get a coat on here and see how it goes. Now when I get to the edge here, I just want to stay above that pinstripe. You don't want paint on your pinstripe, or you don't want paint on the edge of down the slope of your fender there. Otherwise, you're going to have to blend farther. And then where we put our sealer to blend the bumper, we'll put a little paint there. We'll let this flash off, and then come back, put another coat, and then we have a panel that's basically like our spray out card that we'll put on, and we'll keep checking to make sure that the color is consistent. All right, so we got our 2 coats on the base. Now we have our top coat, which is our pearl. We're gonna put probably 2 coats, good wet coats over that, see what it looks like, and go from there. that's our first coat. And then you can see that the color has darkened up on it, getting to where it needs to be. Let that flash off. We'll put one more over it, check our test panel, and if everything's good, clear. All right, we're gonna put on our second coat of pearl. And that's about it. Make sure everything's coated good. You don't have any stripes in it. Evenly coated, blended. I mean, it's not really that bad until you get into like silvers, and then you're putting red candy over it, stuff like that. That's when it gets to be a little bit harder. But pearl white, that's basically all there is. Got to have a good match to start with. That's another thing. But we'll let this flash off, throw some clear on it, and let us see what it looks like once it's dried up. All right, guys, so we got everything done. We got our clear done. 2 coats of base, 2 coats of top coat, which is your pearl, 2 coats of clear. Turned out really good. And then our hood. And remember right here, so we had sprayed this area with white sealer because our bumper had white sealer on it. And then, you know, painted that as well. And that blended in pretty much perfect. So don't overthink it, guys. It's not that bad. I mean, it's not easy, don't get me wrong. Blending tri-coats is never an easy thing. That's one of the hardest things out there, in my opinion. But it's not that bad, you know, as long as you got good matches to begin with and you got some way or system that you're going to use. We'll check this out when it's dried up. We'll get it outside, see what it looks like, because you never know. Might not match at all outside. Lighting's different inside of a booth than it is natural light, so we'll check it out. All right, guys, so we're out here the next day. We got this Cadillac tore apart. We're clean, untaped, and as you can see, perfect match. So we did the hood, as you remember. We did the fenders, and then we had to blend the bottom of here for the other one, and I mean, that's almost perfect match to the old fender right there. So I mean, you can't tell. And that is what I mean about having a good match to begin with. Now, you got to use quality paints, you know, obviously, but I mean, it's not an easy colored blend. Tri-stages are never easy. Some of the reds and some of those, they're a little rough. Some of them's hard to do, I'm not going to lie. But turned out pretty good. So if you guys have any questions, throw them in the comments. Congratulations again to the winner. And we'll probably do this, I don't know, every week. I don't know, I probably got 6 or 7 guns now that I need to give away, and I've ordered some more that's going to be coming up for review. I don't really plan on keeping it. I have some Iwatas that I found in some boxes, LPH 400s, some of the Supernovas, so I might end up cleaning those up, and those might be something also that I'm going to give away. But I appreciate it, guys. Couldn't do it without you. If you got anything from this, like, share, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.